Today on In Your Face Anatomy, we are talking about the humerus. I found this humerus. Get it? I found this humerus. I know. I hate myself so much right now. Either way, good luck. All right, the humerus. So the humerus is really one of the trickier bones to learn. It's got lots of little parts, especially as we come down towards the elbow here. Lots of little parts here to pair up with the radius and the ulnar bone as we start our way down the arm. So with the humerus, I've got the head. So that's exactly what you would think. This is the head of my humerus right here. Boom. This is a rounded part. So of course that's going to be head. On the back side of my head here, what I've got is two bumps. We can see this one here is a little bit bigger and a little bit higher. This one here is a little bit lower and a little bit smaller. So see how that one's a little bigger, that one's a little smaller, this one's a little higher, that one's a little lower. So the one that's a little bigger, this is my greater tubercle. The one that's smaller is going to be my lesser tubercle. I got my greater tubercle and my lesser tubercle on the back of the head of my humerus. As I make my way down, about halfway down the shaft on the back side again, I'm going to have this little bump right there. You can barely see it. Let me pull it in. See that little bump? There we go. See it from the side. That little bump. There it is. Bam. This is my deltoid tuberosity. So my deltoid muscle is going to sit across my humerus and it's going to come down and it's going to attach at that little bump to make my shoulder muscle, my deltoid. So this here, halfway down, you can see it's almost exactly in the middle. My thumb is on it right now. This is my deltoid tuberosity, but this is small. This is subtle. Boom. All right, then I've got my medial and lateral epicondyles. So epicondyles are going to be on the distal end of my humerus, so we're at the far end. Medial and lateral epicondyles, these are just the sides of the bone, but we have to be able to tell which is the front, which is the back. So to be able to do that, at the bottom of our humerus, I've got these two holes, or two indentations. I've got this shallow one, and then on the back, I've got this much, much deeper one. You can see I can almost get my entire thumb in there. Smaller one, much, much deeper one. The deeper one goes in the back. My elbow has to plug in, or my humerus has to plug into my scapula this way. We can see that the head kind of orients in one direction. Pick this up a little bit so you guys can see the whole thing. There we go. And so this has to be a right humerus. And I'll go over this again in class to make it a little bit more sense. I'm finding it difficult to explain it with my field of view on this video, but you get the idea. So we did the medial and lateral epicondyles. That's just the side. So this is my medial side of my bone because this is a right. So I know it's got to sit like this. So that makes this my medial epicondyle. That makes this my lateral epicondyle. Then I got the trochlea. So the trochlea is the track. So if I put my finger in one of these indentations, you can see it almost automatically rolls right off into this little track that is going to go all the way around the bone. So this track area, this is my trochlea. And then I've got my capitulum, which is the little rounded, bulgy part next to the track. It's going to be on the lateral epicondyle. This is called my capitulum. And then I've got my coronoid fossa and my olecranon fossa. So the small indentation in the front is the coronoid fossa. The bigger one that tells us that this is the back of the bone, this is my olecranon fossa. And so if you put your finger in one, you can slide through the trochlea to the other. So my olecranon fossa, trochlea, pull it all the way around to my coronoid fossa, and then my capitulum right next to it. So a little practice with this one. It does take a little bit of effort here. Good luck.